Hey guys, welcome back to our channel Get Placed Soon. In this video, we are going to solve one lead code problem, add binary. By the way, this is the sixth problem in the strings playlist. Now let's get started with the problem statement first. We are given two binary strings A and B. Binary strings means a strings which consists of binary digits, be it 0 or 1. Now we are supposed to perform their addition and return their sum as a binary string. So after addition, after calculating the sum also, we are supposed to return the answer in the binary string format itself. Now getting back to the basics, how to do this 1001 plus 111, how do you get 10000? Is in the binary addition, if you add 0 and 0 you get 0, if you add 0 and 1 you get 1, or if you add 1 and 0 also you get 1. When you add 1 and 1, in the least significant bit, that is in the right side, you get 0, and 1 is carry forward and 1 is place. So if you add 1 and 1 you get 1 0. So I hope you understand the basic binary addition. Let's get started with the problem first. Getting started with our approach, I just wanted to mention that A and B both are strings. For your understanding, I have placed a rectangle I'm showing to you as an array, but this is not an array, it is in strings. Always remember, when the input A and B two strings are given, it's not necessarily be the same length, right? So A might have different length and B might have different length. So while we are looping, the indices will change. That's why for A, let's keep I as index, and for B, let's keep J as index. Now, for doing, we need three variables. One is result, carry, and sum. A result is a variable where in every iteration, in every step, we will store the result in. And carry and sum for operating we need. And for now, before starting, let's initialize it with 0. Getting started with the problem, in every iteration, you must do three things. As shown in the blue color box here. One, you have to calculate the sum. How do you calculate the sum? You have to add the character at A, add the character from B, and if there is any carry from the previous iteration, you have to add that. So the first step is adding sum. Ith character, bth character, and carry. And the second step is whatever you get in sum, you have to append it to the result. Now there might be carry. That's why you are supposed to do only the least significant bit to the result. Okay, that is the second thing. And how do you calculate the least significant bit and append the sum to result? It is by modulating. So to get the result, do sum modulo 2, you will get the least significant bit of sum. Now there might be a carry, right? So to calculate the carry, do sum divided by 2. Basically, sum divided by 2 gives remainder where we store in carry, and sum modulo 2 gives you quotient where we store in the result. Now let's go and see iteration wise what happens here. In the first iteration, you can look at the arrows. For eighth string, I is at 3. Yeah, from childhood you might have doing addition and subtraction. You always come from the right side to the left side. Here also same. We are adding two strings from the right side to the left side. So we start do from the last index. So in the iteration 1, the current bits are for the string A, I is at 3. For the string B, J is at 2. And carry being the first iteration, carry will be 0. The first step doing in the first iteration, sum is equals to a value plus b value plus carry. 1 plus 1 plus 0, it gives you 2. Now appending the least significant bit of the sum at the beginning of result. How to do that? Sum modulo 2. So 2 modulo 2 gives you 0. Append it in the result. Now the third step, calculating carry. To calculate carry, sum divided by 2. 2 by 2, that is equals to 1. So carry is equals to 1. This carry will be used in the next iteration. Now let's see. Moving to the next iteration, you can look at the A and B strings. So now in the second iteration, for the A string, I is equals to 2. For the B string, J is equals to 1. So the values are 1 and 0 respectively. So carry in the previous iteration we got 1, so carry is 1. The first step in second iteration, calculate sum. Sum is equals to 1 plus 0 plus 1, that is equals to 2. Now appending the sum, least significant bit of the sum to the beginning of the result, that is 2 modulo 2, you get 0. Append it to the left side of the result, so 0. Already there is a 0 in the previous iteration, now you get one more 0. Now calculate carry. To get carry, sum divided by 2, 2 by 2, that is equals to 1. This carry will be used in the next iteration. Moving to the next iteration, you can see the arrows in the A and B strings. So the current bits are I Index value for A is 1, index value for B is 0. So the values are 1 and 1 respectively, and you got carry is equals to 1 in previous iteration, so carry is equals to 1. Now the first step in iteration 3 is calculating sum. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equals to 3. Now appending least significant bit of sum to the result. Sum modulo 2, 3 modulo 2 gives you 1. So append 1 to the left side of the result. So already you have 0 and 0. Now appending 1, 1 0 0. The result becomes 1 0 0. Now calculating carry to the next iteration, that is 3 divided by 2. Sum divided by 2. It gives you 1. Now for the next iteration, you can see the arrows, you can see the indexing. In the current values for the string A, I is equals to 0, and for B, J is equals to minus 1, that is out of range. So B values katam. So B is equals to 0, carry is equals to 1, and A of 0, that is equals to 1. With the first step in the iteration 4 is calculating sum. 1 plus 0 plus 1 is equals to 2. Now appending the LSB of the sum to the result. Sum modulo 2. 2 modulo 2 gives you 0. So append 0 to the left side of the result and calculating carry for the next iteration. So carry is equals to sum divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 is equals to 1. Now moving ahead, we are out of range. So loop ends because both I and J, we have covered all the elements, all the characters. Now we check if there is any final carry. In the previous iteration we got one carry. So we will insert 1 at the beginning of the result. So you got the result. If you add 1111 plus 101 in binary, you get the result 10100. Now you return this final result. Now let's see how to do this in programming. In the given function add binary, we are passing two parameters, one is string A and string B. After that we are creating a string builder result variable. Now we are creating the variables I and j. What are I and j variables? I and j variables are the index values of A and B strings respectively. Why are we creating two indices? Because the length of A and the length of B are different. Okay, we loop from the reverse order, right, from right to left, right? So the index values are initialized with the last value, that is the length value. Now we are creating one more variable, that is carry is equals to 0. Now constant, only look at the while loop part. A while loop iterates until I and j becomes less than 0, which means until we cover each and every character inside the string, this while loop runs. Now the first step you remember in the previous example, sum is equals to carry plus I value plus jth value, right? So first we are initializing sum with carry, so we are adding carry value to the sum. After that we are checking if A and B have reached their leftmost bits or not. So if they are not out of range, then go inside ith part and we are adding the ith value to the sum, and in the next if statement we are adding jth value to the sum. But you can see something weird here, right? Here, what are we doing? We are a dot character yet I minus 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 0 character. So what happens is, this is a question we are solving in strings. So everything is in a character. To calculate carry and result, everything, we need integer, right? So we are converting that character to integer. To convert that character at ith index minus character 0, it will give you integer. It's just we are shifting to integer and appending to sum. Okay, got it. So indirectly what are we doing inside while loop? We are adding carry, we are adding the integers like I index value and jth index value to the sum. That is first step. Next, what are we doing? We are inserting the least significant bit to the result. How are we doing? With the help of insert function. In the insert function, the first parameter is the place where you have to append. When you mention 0 here, it will append in the left side, the first place. Okay, we'll append it to the left side, right? So that is 0 index we will append. Now what are we appending? The value you have to give, that is sum modulo 2. After appending the result, the third step in the iteration, that is carry. To calculate carry, you have to do sum divided by 2. Okay, now you have calculated carry. Again in the next iteration, we are giving that carry to the, we are initializing that carry to the sum. This is what happens inside while loop. Now moving ahead, now you can see, look at the, once we covered all the characters in string A and string B, once we are like out of range, then finally you go and check if there is any carry. If there is any carry value, then insert it again at the starting of the result. Insert function, where 0 is the place where you append it and 1 is the value what you are going to append it. Okay, now finally you will return the result. I hope you understand the program. If you have any doubts, then please make sure you comment below. Now I just added the main function also to our program. So before add binary function, we have the main function where I gave the strings inputs a and b, and just passing a and b parameters to the function. That's it, as simple as that. Now let's just discuss what is time and space complexity of this program. So the code iterates to the bits of the input string a and b once, only once. But let's say the length of A is n and length of B is n. So the time complexity is the maximum of n and m. Okay. So the time complexity is O of max of n comma m, where n is the length of string A and m is the length of string B. Now, speaking about the space complexity is also O of max n comma m, because the size of the result string builder, here it is a string builder variable, right? So it depends on the length of the longer input string. So if A is longer, then A will be the time complexity. If B is longer, B will be the time complexity. So here also O of max of n comma n. So I hope you understand the time and space complexity are the maximum of either n or m. So whatever it will the maximum, whichever string is the maximum length, then it becomes the time and space complexity. For example, if 1111 is string A, 101 is string B. So what will be the time complexity? O of max of 4 comma 3. So 4 is maximum. So time complexity is O of 4, space complexity is O of 4. So I hope you understand the problem. I hope you understand the procedure. If you have any doubts, feel free to comment below. And please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Get placed soon. Thank you so much for watching till the end.